Bacteria are everywhere. They're on your phone, keyboard, and any other electronic devices. And in every handshake that's made, no matter who you are. In just one spoonful of earth, there are more than 1 billion microbes of 10,000 different varieties. But not all are harmful. Thanks to antibiotics, we're safe from most of those that are. Except from the superbugs. The ones that are immune to almost all antibiotics.
Just a few hours ago, the Department of Defense released information about a woman with no travel outside of the U.S., who is the first documented human case in the United States of having a urinary tract infection or any infection with an organism resistant to every antibiotic, including the last one we had, colistin. It was an old antibiotic, but it was the only one left for what I've called nightmare bacteria.
But where do superbugs come from, and why aren't the antibiotics working?
What's happening out there in the bacterial communities is the bacteria are becoming more resistant to antibiotics that we have in practice at the moment. And the reason for that is we're using a lot of them, and bacteria don't want to be killed, so they're evolving.
Superbugs are a threat to everyone, but people who are already sick are particularly at risk.
Antibiotics are vital. It's life and death for us. An infection could be the end. You could have an infection that means you can't come back from that, or that the condition gets so bad that antibiotics just won't help anymore. So having antibiotics every day keeps us at an equilibrium. The thought of antibiotics no longer being effective is the end of our lives. There's no which way about it.
Each year, 2 million people become infected with bacteria that are resistant to at least one antibiotic. 23,000 of them die. Bacteria have become resistant to antibiotics mainly because of the abuse of antibiotics. That leads to the evolution of super-strong drug-resistant bacteria, or superbugs. Scientists are concerned about the abuse and proper regulation of antibiotics, both the ones taken by people and the ones in widespread use in livestock farming.
We need to make new antibiotics, but unless we have better stewardship and better identification of outbreaks, we will lose these miracle drugs. The medicine cabinet is empty for some patients. It is the end of the road for antibiotics unless we act urgently.
One thing is clear. Superbugs have arrived. Sourav Roy, TRT World.